Hey, I'm Brent Ehrler with Lucky Craft, and let's talk a little bit about seasonal patterns, but specifically early summer. You know, it seems like we're always in this niche seasonal pattern. You know, you have winter time, you have spring, you have pre-spawn, you have spawn, you have post-spawn, you have summer, you have early summer, late summer, you have early fall, you have late fall, and then you're back into that winter again. So it's always hard to kind of figure out what you're going to do at certain times. So let's get to that niche of early summer. Usually early summer for me is kind of transitioning into that post-spawn to early summer. And usually for me, post-spawn, a jerkbait is such a very good bait. You know, and one of my favorite baits is a slender pointer or a lightning pointer. You know, these two baits are very good. I really like the slender pointer when I'm around grass. It just seems like that bait gets bit more than any other jerkbait. Now, if I'm fishing docks or bluff walls or different kinds of things, I'll go with that lightning pointer. It just seems like that is a good jerkbait for that. It gets a little bit deeper than the slender pointer. So that's kind of why when I get away from the grass and other targets, that's when I'm gonna go with that lightning pointer. Now, we all are waiting for that topwater bite. So early summer and summer, that's when we get into that good topwater fishing. So when I get to a little bit warmer water, typically the jerkbait's gonna be in that cooler water. As soon as we get to that warmer water, those fish like to bite on the surface. So the water's warmer, I set the jerkbaits down and I go with a gunfish. There's a couple different gunfish that I throw. The 117, it's a great casting bait. This is a great bait when you get around herring lakes. You can cast it a really long ways and cover a ton of water. It works really well for fishing very fast. Now the other bait is the Gunfish 115. This is one of my all-time favorite topwater baits. This is one that I've caught so many fish on. Now, if I'm gonna cover a lot of water, that's when I'm gonna go with either the 117 or the 115. It just seems like you can cover a ton of water, fish it very quickly, never slow it down, just burn the bank, just go and go and go, never stop. You know, you start in the morning, and when the batteries are dead at the end of the day, that's when you stop. That's what you do with the Gunfish 117 and 115. Now, the other thing that happens is you get around schooling fish. And typically that happens in the summer. Water gets warm, the bait starts moving around, the fish are active, they get on the main lake, and they start schooling on shad. When I get around schooling fish, that's when I go to the Gunfish 95. Now, we have two different Gunfish 95s. We have the original that has the two treble hooks on it. That's the original Gunfish 95. That's the one that I've caught a bajillion fish on. We have just come out with the 3-hook Gunfish 95. Now that bait right there is one that I've asked for a long time because I think you just increase your odds of landing fish by having that third treble in there. Now, when am I going to choose the one over the other? If the fish are bigger, I'm going to go with the 2 treble hook. The reason for that is that the trebles are bigger on the original 2-hook Gunfish 95. So if you're catching bigger fish, I want that bigger treble. I think that I will have a better chance of landing that bigger fish. If I'm around smaller fish and they're missing the bait a lot, that's why I'm going to go with the 3-hooked Gunfish 95. That right there is my early summer bass fishing in a nutshell.